Alrighty guys, it's time for our last game of tonight for Starladder Europe. It's Goomba Gaming versus HellRaisers. Our first little insight into Goomba Gaming. They're 2-0. We haven't cast them ourselves yet in Starladder Europe, but they're doing pretty well. Racking up a couple of wins here and there, and LD's been on the Dat Dota. What info have you got for me?
I just loaded it up.
You're just on the homepage.
Doing my last minute research. I just like looking at the homepage, you know.
Yep. It's a good website.
Yeah, nice, solid German names here. Some of you may remember RMN, Chill, Exist, EDE. Some pretty big names from Germany.
Yeah. These guys have been around a while and playing.
Always been like solid, often on the tier 2 teams,
yeah,
but like competitive with the tier 1 teams.
Yeah, I think RMN was on like the old, even like Mouse Sports for one
the
point.
old Mouse Sports, yeah.
Very, very old. But we'll see how this team does. They're 2-0 so far, and off to a pretty good start here. And well, Earthshaker, Visage, Jakiro. This is actually looking like a maybe potentially kind of aggressive draft, because one of these three heroes is being played as a core. Most likely, I'd say the Jakiro, but every now and then you see like an Earthshaker mid, you see a Visage farming. There is potential for some innovation within this.
Yeah, it's a little more aggressive. There's still a Drow floating around if they want to go that direction. There's also a Lycan out there who's pretty good with the familiars. Those are probably the two main heroes to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
As for HellRaisers, going for the Dazzle, I wonder if they're spinning up for a potential Axe pick here, which just destroys familiars.
Or is this like the Power Rangers strat? The Dazzle, Necrophos, 5-man, like Death Bully push.
They did
the
not
lone
ban
Druid.
Ancient Apparition is the only difference.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Goomba can't really fit it in anymore.
You've got so many supports already.
Yeah. Carry Shaker, Core Jakiro.
Yeah.
And then support Visage AA. No, I don't think so.
It's doable.
I don't think so, but yeah, I guess it is possible.
If you're really worried about it, then like all the heals and stuff, maybe you consider it. But yeah, it's not like your go-to plan. I don't think that's what Goomba had in mind when they picked these three heroes to start things off.
So main options I think are Drow or Lycan here. You could wait and just pick whatever's left if you don't have a strong preference, or you could go a totally different direction. I guess there's heroes like Void, which is decent with Jakiro. Not so great with the other two. Oh, he can be good with Visage. I don't know. Those are the obvious synergies.
Mm.
Yeah. How about HellRaisers? What else would they throw in here, you think?
Well, they've got this Ogre Dazzle supports. I don't think we see in... we're not really seeing much core Ogre after a few kind of okay-ish EG universe Ogres, which I wasn't that impressed by. So they need a mid and they need an offlaner, which... Your Centaur's kind of the more obvious offlaner left in the pool, but I'm not sure if that's something which really complements this push of theirs.
Void, I guess. But Void doesn't really fit in that well with HellRaiser's draft. Ooh, okay. Goomba Gaming might make this one a long game, but they're going to spice it up here with a little Tinker action.
Okay.
Now, this hero has been hit very hard in this patch. I cast him once shortly after the patch hit. I don't think Invictus Gaming had read the patch notes because they tried to stack Ancients.
Oh, sad times.
Yeah, that didn't work. They stacked them once, and then I think someone on the team was like, "What are you doing, you idiot? Like, did you read the patch notes?" And I'm like, "No, I probably didn't. The patch just came out. I didn't read them yet." So then they stopped stacking the Ancients. But the E-Blade, a lot less powerful in Tinker because he can't decrepify himself when he casts it, which means he's still very vulnerable to that physical damage. It's one of the ways he could often just outcarry physical right-clickers like game is just constant shotgun rearm, but
yeah, you're nuking while keeping yourself.
There's also that travel time change, which I wouldn't necessarily say is a nerf, but it's just an annoying change, I guess, in some ways. And can still farm his own jungle pretty efficiently with March if it's left available for him. The thing is, oftentimes you want other heroes to use that, but I think this draft they don't really need it that much. So.
No, at least none of these other three heroes, depending what they get.
It is good against push strats. March is still very good against push strats. None of these heroes are likely to build on early BKB, which is your main new solution to March.
Yep.
You can still get a pipe or a mech, which helps, but even through all those heals, I think it's going to be tough to push in.
And no real counter Tinker heroes yet, in some ways. Ogre probably the kind of closest thing, but...
They don't have any like unkillable pushing units, right? Like wards, they ban out the Veno. There's a Shadow Shaman out there, but everything here will die to March right now. It's all heroes and maybe like a Necro book.
Yeah, and you can heal up some of that March damage with the Necro heals, the Dazzle heals, but you still need to like keep your creep waves alive if you want to break baits because you don't have the Serpent wards, you don't have the Spirit Bearer or something to help you siege. And
I don't think HellRaisers is If they wanted to go for a full-on push strat, they would not go
Yeah.
Slark. So
I don't think so either.
they're already backing off a bit from it. I think that's a wise choice after seeing this Tinker pick, and maybe even pick something that could just go around and wreck the Tinker. I'm trying to think what... Cures that are really good against Tinker. Clockwork,
Yeah, this...
Bat Rider...
Actually, Bat would be quite good here, I think. Depending on how...
Void can actually be quite good as well.
The main thing is they have Slack and Necrophos, and neither of those is really a mid-hero. So are they considering offensive tri-lane? Are they going to do some dual lanes and then pick them? It feels like HellRaisers need a mid as their last pick, but they also don't have a clear offlaner.
There's a Viper out there, but that's just kind of an pick, I feel.
Yeah, he's a bit meh. Ooh, Legion. Okay.
That could be really cool with a farm Tinker. Duel. Dagon E-Blade. Dagon E-Blade. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
You might not be able to damage them with the Legion is the only issue.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe take out the E-Blade, but even so.
Just the Dagon.
As long as you get the dual damage for Legion. So yeah, last pick coming HellRaisers' way, and I'll have to see if they get anything else that will help them against this Tinker. And now an Legion of all heroes.
Why? I'm trying to think why Legion in particular. They did need some sort of initiator, but there was like a Void out in the pool as well. Maybe they were expecting a Bat Rider pick.
It's good counter push as well. Like the overwhelming odds is one of the
that's true.
the better counter pushing heroes. So Puck last pick for Alpha Ninja. There's your mid, and it looks like we'll see Slack be played by the carry player. To the in-game we go, and
Puck pretty good against Tinker as well. Not great, but
pretty
mobile in the trees and just good at hunting.
Yep. So I like the Necro will need some help off lane. Gorek is probably going to be up there with at least one support, like the Ogre or the Dazzle. Maybe like a Necro Dazzle lane. Like the double heals is pretty hard to actually kill or bring down.
But then actually Ogre is so good at zoning that you probably could run that if it's a Legion off lane solo.
I think the Ogre's almost better at zoning than Dazzle if it's like an Ogre with boots. So like we just see Ogres just start trading hits and throwing ignites and fire blasts with this boots first build. But for now, maybe that's not the plan. They could always switch up the lanes, and it looks like Arts could even be just an off-lane solo with Necrophos heading bottom lane.
I do want to mention, just statistically speaking, Tinker is 5-11 in this patch.
Okay.
That includes the one IG game, so maybe we say he's 5-10 because that was probably just a case of not reading the patch notes.
It's a small sample size.
It is small, but it's a very bad record.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So if you bet your rares on Goomba, then well, I wish you all the best. No, actually, I think the Tinker can work this game though.
Well.
Natural Hex Carrier, a lot of magic burst, good at depushing. Goomba will be in good shape late game, but yeah, let's go ahead and introduce our lineups here. On the Dire side, we'll have some upstarts, at least for us. Some older names, but as a team, they're relatively new. We've got Armen playing your Legion Commander in the safe lane. Gotcha will be your stand-in support Visage that puts Exist onto the Tinker. In the mid-roll, we'll have Chill, or Exist in the mid-roll, and then we'll have Chill on the Jakiro, heading towards bottom, and that does leave EDE as the Earthshaker.
Huh? For the Radiant side, we've got HellRaisers, formerly known as Compass Gaming. Godam on the Dazzle. Dread playing the Ogre Magi. Arts on the Slack. All three of them heading towards the top lane. Mid lane will be Alpha Ninja on the Puck. And finally, safe lane, possibly solo, Necrophos.
Oh, this is not going to be
double ring.
If he's up against an Earthshaker, Jakiro, that's not going to be fun. But looks like EDE may not be actually laning bottom. Just in which case, this Boots first Jakiro is really going to be sad that he bought Boots first.
Yeah, that's not going to help him too much with the last hitting or just general regen and sustain in this lane. But
yes, sir.
Ogre Invis making his way top. So tri-lane versus tri-lane up top. Slack is an okay offensive tri-lane hero. I don't feel like he's the best for this, but they've got a good block off. So for Goomba to farm, they're going to have to push out very far away from their tower.
He's good against fissure blocks at the very least. You always have that leap.
Yeah.
So. Puck is pretty good there as well. So whoever they ended up putting up here, as long as it's not Necrophos, will be fairly happy in most cases against that Earthshaker.
Yeah, so we'll see. Earthshaker just still camping on this mid lane, maybe worried about some just early ganks and rotations. Dread has not shown himself anywhere on the map, and it seems that the consensus is that he may be ganking mid, but not the case.
Yeah, he's going to be roaming around, kind of chilling here and there.
They need to block this pool camp. You can't just offensive trial and give your opponents full access to the pool. Like, it's not as big a deal for the dire pool because it's hard to get the double pull off, and you can even go for that big camp pull yourself, which is what HellRaisers have done. But
why give them free experience?
Yeah, free experience, and also give them some potential free denies, which you're getting no XP from.
Yeah, look at our bottom lane. Well, the boots first Jakiro so far paying off pretty well. He's just harassing the crap out of Gorak with the Liquid Fire early on. And as well as that Dual Breath. Already 2 points Liquid Fire. Looks like we might have a clash top, though.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. This could be bad for Gasha. Oh, the leap comes through, connecting and holding him in place. But it's Dread, who kind of gets cold feet, runs around in a circle, ends up taking a lot of damage, will retreat out. Soul Assumption charges were stacking up. He shoots. He does not score just yet. Now the Grave. So now they know what he's skilled up, but that was just awkward. The fissure block really put them in an uncomfortable position.
He'd already used the pounce, which just to make sure he could latch on, but then he was stuck on one side, Ogre was stuck by himself on the other, and yeah, at least they get out of there without casualties. So yeah, not exactly the most successful first blood attempt, as we'll see. Probably HellRaisers kind of just back off their actual aggression after that kind of sequence of events up there, now that they know Urshik is up top lane as well.
So one thing I really want to keep an eye on this game is just the farming patterns of Exist, as well as how the supports work around the Tinker pick. Because he used to be, especially, oh, he might get a first blood here, or not, oh, actually it would be a first blood, yeah, on the Ninja.
The double laser.
Damn, he's gone laser rocket. I don't think he would have skilled it, except that he thought he could get a kill there.
Oh, he's going even a second point in this. Sometimes you see
two laser. It is really good
against
Puck. And maybe that's the idea with this, is they're not going to play it like a farming Tinker. They're just going to play it like a pure burst damage hero. The burst damage Tinker brings to the table is really high, and that's very strong against healing strats. If you can just blow up like a Dazzle before he Graves, it could work. So I wonder if he continues to level these up, or if these are just some value points and he'll go back for March, because March is still pretty good even at level 1 to 2.
It's still, a bit too early to say, but this is like the old school Tinker.
Bottom lane, Gorak getting chased out by Chill. He's going to have a Dual Breath. Now the heal comes out, though. That damage actually, Dual Breath not really bringing anything to the table there. It's just not very strong compared to that Liquid Fire, man. That's where the real pain's at.
Yeah, it scales. The damage increases with the slow, or the damage especially scales pretty well, but yeah, you got to be in those.
Gorak even dropping his. He doesn't want to get these Tranquil Boots canceled, but against Jakiro, they will be permanently canceled.
He also wants to keep on farming. You can't always have the best of both worlds.
He dropped them in the lane, too. That is so risky.
Yeah. I guess
Jakiro was like a... Yeah, he continues to do it, too.
Yeah. You can see Jakiro walk forward, and then, like, even if he
has a jungle ward, actually, so that does help. Yeah. It's just one of those things where it's like, you drop them, suddenly you're a bit slower. You know, maybe you're second late.
Yeah.
Living life on the edge, but they're going to rotate in some backup here. Gorak is level 5. Backup's coming from F Ninja. This should be your actual first blood. And one more auto attack. Nope, the Ogre gets the kill. Clubs him down. Seeing this, Goomba would love to immediately go for some counterplay, but top lane's pushed to the tower. They don't have duel yet, so they really don't have much offensive potential here, and it's just going to be an unpunished, successful rotation as HellRaisers, former Compass Gaming, get on the board early.
Yeah, HellRaisers have top lane in lockdown, even with just the 2 heroes up here, and looking at the mid lane, Puck, 15 CS to the Tinker's 24. Puck did, of course, leave the lane, as we just saw at bottom lane, to help get that first blood, but...
It's worth remembering that Tinker has very good base damage and good harass as well. So when you combine that with the laser... Oh, he's forced up the phase shift. Not going to go. He can actually dominate most heroes 1v1. The main reason you didn't used to see this build is just because if you don't get those kills early and you ever die or don't snowball, then you just can't catch up in terms of farming that well. But this build can be very potent if you've got the right setup. And he's going to look for a kill mid. Phase shift was used. If he gets vision for this rocket, that'll be a kill. But F Ninja going to figure out the salve. So big economic damage done.
He's spending a lot of money on just trying to keep himself in this lane and just get to his level 6. Tinker almost a full level ahead of him right now, which is worrisome for this Puck.
Seeing this kind of build from a Tinker, if you ever get an opportunity to just go gank him, it puts him back so badly because he just can't go stack the jungle and catch up that easily. He's already invested 6 skill points in Laser Rocket. But if you leave the Puck here on an island, then it gets really rough.
Yeah, it seems he wants to just go for that full 4-4-0 build.
That's the old school Tinker build. That used to be all the... People did not used to level up March.
That spell used to...
Like, I'm going back to Dota 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. March did used to suck. It's gotten pretty damn good over the years, although I guess not as good as it used to be, but... They do have Coil. I wouldn't mind seeing either a smoke gank or just a TP rotation from someone. Dread actually has that. You can't really go right now. What is that?
That was the Legion horn. Press the attack. The toot?
It was just weird because I didn't have my camera on the same spot, so...
Yeah, you hear sounds from places where you're not watching.
We got the trains coming into our house right now. We live near some train tracks, so...
We had the police siren going earlier tonight.
All kinds of shenanigans in the neighborhood. Arts? Looking to go here, top lane.
Here comes Puck. Puck gonna decide against it.
The other option when he goes laser rocket build is you just go gank, because then you don't have to take this pummeling in the safe in the mid lane constantly. And he can also gank, but not really until he gets BOTs. So. Yeah, they need to push this top lane out if they want to go for some sort of smoke play. It would be a good time now that the observer wards have expired, but they're going to jump top instead. Onto RMN, he will press the attack. Does not break that tether from the Slark, and now a multiple TP rotation coming in. Exist has the level 3 rockets. He has a laser. They're going to isolate goddamn Graves, TPs. Any way to cancel this? Anything? Anything at all?
Nope. Whoa. Dies in the fountain to the Jakiro damage, though. Whew. That was with the fountain regen. Dang.
Whoa.
That's a lot of damage over time.
What a hero, dude. What a friggin' hero.
Max Liquid Fire and 2 in Jewel Breath. Apparently all you need.
Remember when people used to say that spell was bad?
Once upon a time.
Feels like aeons ago. In good news, though, this does leave Necrophos alone, bottom lane, if you're an HR fan. So it's a pretty big investment there. And still have an opportunity to shut down Exist, and they're going to find him in the river. Fisher's there. Coil follow-up is available. I don't know if they get this kill, though. Low, not dead yet. The Liquid Fire, too much. Oh, my God.
Gets the Tinker, at least.
That hero. Oh, my God. Just so good. So much damage.
So good, but so disgusting.
Tanky. Takes towers. This is just his hero fighting capabilities in action.
Yeah. That's what the value of giving him that early solo XP. He's just really giving back to his team right now with his participation.
He's getting some real participation points now.
Yeah.
That's for damn
He's
sure.
getting that participation
the gold
award.
star.
Yeah. Good on you, Jakiro. You've done good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see him let his full potential out soon enough. And I do want to mention, it looks like our Slark is trying to build a Midas here, as well as the Necrophos. I believe HR is going for double Midas, which could be a bit dicey in the mid game.
Oh yeah. And you're against a 4/4 Tinker who's going to do a ton of burst damage. Slark's pretty paper with this build of his. Like, we could see a lot of killing
power. There's a Visage who nukes hard.
Yeah.
Also, just like when Legion duels you, they will get those nukes off. So you need to be able to survive through that. And he's going to have a blink relatively soon. Probably in like the next 4 or 5 minutes. They're trying to set up on bottom. Korik's sitting fairly far back. That's not an easy kill.
Yeah. At the same time, Chill just chilling in these trees at the top tier 1 tower, waiting for some kind of aggression or a dive on the Visage, and trying to use him as bait, as Visage himself looking just to leech that level 6 to get those familiars into play.
ED still smoked bottom lane. He's looking for this jump. RMN wants to duel him. He does press the attack, and now he'll get in range. The duel's at the ready. He wants to make sure he gets this precious damage. Has he waited too long? Oh, no. It was fairly close, though, as he'll go for the TP out. Your Ogre rotated in and unable to punish that. So give a quick +10 winner to... Well, I say quick. It was a long wait for the Earthshaker, but a quick duel anyway to that Legion. They're going to go top lane now. We'll have a sec, quick pause, jump on the Chill. Not going to pause in the middle of this fight, but I imagine as soon as it ends, they'll go for it. They juke one way with the puck. No, there's your Midas.
All right. Balls will come out now. So Chill goes down. That's a nice little kill to get on the Jakiro, who's farming pretty well and level 8.
Just really high level, yeah.
Yeah. Someone who, yeah, I'd say he's a pretty high priority kill. Any of these 3 core heroes, but from Tinker to Jakiro to Legion, kills you wouldn't mind having right now. Having kills is better than not having kills, LD. That's a Mort note.
Good old Mott, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
It'll be fun, for sure.
He already tweeted, so I guess it's not a spoiler or anything. But Mott will be here at the summit, too.
Cool beans.
He'll be doing some observing. We'll have Blaze here as well, so we're going to have a tag team of observers. So our players can just chill on the couch, be completely...
We don't have to hire No-Tail. No-Tail, go do some dedicated observing for us again.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little more focused on playing the tournament and just watching the games rather than...
Now that he's on a team that won't get knocked out first round.
Ooh.
Just stating facts.
Oh man, fortunately everyone's watching Dream League right now. You get a little Reddit thread for that one, buddy.
Hey man.
Although I'm sure that's what you were hoping for with that comment.
Always, always. I love my Reddit threads getting flamed.
Yes. Well, they've run out of material for you since you did the cosplay preview.
Look,
you'll make some dumb promise soon enough to dig your grave again.
I've been banned from making promises at the studio.
Yeah, do that shit under your pseudonyms. Your many fake nicks. I mean, all Australian casters are the same, so just do it on behalf of Toby anyway. Smoke gank towards the bottom lane.
This is an ogre. It's not the best. Not really a hero you need.
Guys, let's gank him quick. And even if they gank the Necrophos, he's already got his Midas, so it feels like they're kind of missing the timing window here a bit. But
Midas Gaming, jeez, it's kind of working, I guess. Necro and
Tinker
Slack.
BOT still kind of far off here, man. These are just
a very slow pace to this game. And looking at Goomba's draft, I don't know, especially considering they went this 4-4 Tinker build. It seems that's not a good idea to be playing this slow and kind of passively. They're up against double Midases. The 4-4-0 Tinker build is getting very few kills over the last few minutes.
I mean, again, there are some options for Tinker. Oh, they're going to go in bottom lane. We'll hold that thought. Dread, looking for the initiation here. Alpha Ninja will blink in. There's your fresh, shiny Blink Dagger. Coil connects onto Araman and Chill. Both in a boat of trouble. Do they have a Necrophos ult? Oh, just got the mana for it. So close to getting that secondary kill.
Yeah. Still a small victory for HellRaisers, who hold on to their towers, and they just still are farming their opponents. Midas money is not kicking in for some time, but they've still got the 3 top net worth heroes, even if 2k of that is in the Midas for the Necro and the Slack.
Yeah, they'll pay off soon enough in terms of gold and in terms of experience. So, of course, they just start paying off right away. But yeah, for Tinker, yeah, you can't farm Ancient stacks, but March is still equally good at killing off the camps. Oh, Fuel on the bottom lane. Gorak dropping quickly. Macropyre was even layered down to secure that one. And if you imagine a slightly tankier Necrophos, that could have gone definitely perhaps top lane. There's a turn onto the Visage, and full dropped as well.
Alright, so a couple kills getting traded back and forth. Just a support kill for the HellRaiser squad while they lose the Necrophos. And Alpha Ninja has got his work cut out if he wants to defend this bottom tier 1 tower. Goes for a deny, but his team work against him with the glyph, and also his teammate will show up here and not get a deny on this tower, so not exactly much being accomplished down bottom by the HellRaiser squad.
But yeah, I guess the main change for jungle, more action. Dread maybe gonna go down here. On to Exist they go. Arch getting double stunned, but the Dark Pack did come out. He could chase this a bit further. Kill him off during the rearm.
Oh, here's the laser rock in a second.
Never mind. Necro's going deep. Necrophos ult not sufficient. But he was Graves, kept alive for a bit. He's going to go down for this, though, even through the heal. The Familiars continue to pound into him. He'll end up dropping, and expensive death. The Familiars immediately resummon. Gosh, unable to go for some big double stun plays. Just get each Familiar to stun twice.
Yeah, the hill bomb's just painful stuff on Familiars, so you gotta be very careful.
Slarky poo. He's in the neighborhood. There is no fissure for 5 seconds, but Grave Chill might get him out safely. I think they're gonna need to coil to secure this. He actually got 2. Alpha Ninja, really nice play by him. No phase shift. Not needed though. They'll get the Earthshaker as well.
Yeah, 7 kills to 6 now the lead for HellRaisers, but more importantly, I think they're out farming their opponents by an alright margin here.
Look at Arm, man. Sticking around on such low HPs. Slark will end up going down to the Tinker. Yep. But yeah, I guess the main thing is Radiant Tinker is a lot better in the regular jungle, just because you have this spot here where you can march either diagonally or just straight up and down, and if you're right about here, you just get all 3 camps. So
yeah, you can get the 2 camps in the Dire jungle at a couple locations, but yeah, it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah, you can do like the vertical march here and get these 2 camps.
Once
it's not quite the same.
They have pushed out tier 1 bottom and tier 1 mid. So in theory, Tinker can actually be like TPing to bottom lane and then going to that jungle spot in the Radiant jungle. Yeah, still a Radiant neutral.
It's where you ideally want like some sort of ward. Maybe this ward is pretty good, I'm guessing. You could try to drop like a lane ward or just something in this area of the jungle, but
yeah.
If he just goes in there blind and there's 3 heroes off the map, it's pretty risky, I guess.
And just with a Blink Dagger, maybe it's a bit safer, but right now, Tinker's still got some ways to go. At least has the boots of travel, but there's still more that needs to
even going for the laser rockets build. He's 3-1-3, and he is still right neck and neck with a Midas Slark, so he's still doing very well.
Yeah, it's fair to say. Jewel at bottom lane, they've gone in on Arts, and this Slark gets healed up once. It's going to be close, not really close in the end. And Tinker!
Damn! Look at that.
Hot damn.
That was impressive.
Blows up that Necrophos.
Well, who said Tinker was crap in this patch? Certainly not us. He's your leader in net worth. He's your leader in overall kill participation, 3-1-5. He's just a leader.
He's a winner.
A winner and a leader.
He's been eating his ketchup.
Man, look at that. They're just getting run over now. Dread's going to get caught out too. Laser Rocket connects on one. They're using the familiars to just rotate this Tinker on the map. They TP'd him into one, and then he pops out from the tree line. Very sneaky and savvy play by Goomba. They continue to pick apart Team HR, who once held a 4,000 gold lead, or about 3,500 now. That gold lead dips heavily, 2,000 Goombas way. So that's a 5,500 or more gold swing. Experience, 3,500 plus. That is a lot of change over the past few minutes.
Good to see them just actually punishing these Midases. They didn't really do so immediately, but they waited till like they got the Tinker's boots of travel and really got him online before they did so.
Double Midas especially is what's really questionable.
Yeah.
I could maybe see you sneaking one in on, like, say the Slark, because he's the more elusive and defensive hero in nature, but Necrophos is very clunky and immobile. You got to be able to withstand a pounding, and he's got 850 health. He also went Tranquil Boots, which means even less stats.
Yeah, this is a weird
Armor does not
build.
really help you at this stage of the game against all the nukes.
I guess this is what you go. The double ring is always like this Bassi plus Tranquil build up, but it's still.
It's like then you really need an HP item. You know, your point booster, your fit booster. I guess something like drums could be okay, but here they go on Armand mid. He's too quick. Blink out. Now they could fissure re-engage. No, they don't want to do that.
I'm gonna go for a Smoko as they make their way down bottom river.
They could just Roche. I think that's they got Medallia now, I believe.
Seems that's the plan. All right.
Easy, bro.
I think he can travels in if he needs to, and this just sit watch on the high ground. And Tinker, well, top lane for the moment, will defend and see if he joins up with the team or not.
He goddamn did D-ward a nice observer ward planted where I was mentioning earlier. It's good for Tinker to get vision in his jungle, so be a bit harder for that Tinker to sneak around. They are going to look to contest this one, though, GoDz. They smoked, and HR strutting on up, but they're going to get caught in an ugly choke point. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's the Tinker who ends up getting caught. Necrophos ult was used. They get the kill to start this one up. He's dead for 75. No buyback. That's big. Coil dropped on 2. Goric going to strut on in. RMN going to break that coil with a blink out. Nice follow-up initiation Rapid Engine. Roche still fairly low, not low enough to take down. As your familiars are resummoned, but then everybody on the run, they'll go defend the Legion on the high ground as he gets nuked to smithereens. That's 4 down. Great turn of the tides here for HR. Can they take the rush? They have heals. They have a Slark, an Ogre to tank this. I think they got it, unless there's a Roche steal.
Well, Jakira's nearby, but I don't see him going for this. No blink, no full stuff, no real mobility, just the Yule Scepter, so this is not going to work.
The last hit goes to the Radiant. They get the Aegis. Familiars unable to connect, and now they're going to camp them out. These were just resummoned, so they will be fed. At least 1, if not 2.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that Dazzle heal. That physical damage.
A very back and forth game. Like, Goomba showed like some good movements and just a couple good fights, and then suddenly a bad Roshan call, and
look at the graph. It's just boop, boop.
Up and down.
Whew. Well, who do you favor as this? I mean, obviously right now HR are leading, and they have the 3 most farmed heroes. But just kind of more matchup-wise, since I think it's still pretty close. Do you prefer either lineup?
I think slightly Radiant favored. I think the Necrophos just being what he is, and like having multiple strong cores with Necro, Slack, and Puck, and then your supports are Dazzle, Ogre, so they're pretty high impact as well. For the Goomba side, so much will come down to this Tinker play.
Oh, they did find him. He's gonna rearm, but blanks out. I don't know about that. Is he gonna be able to live? It looks like he might. Goddamn, still in heavy pursuit, but Exist will retreat out safely. That rearm refreshing your or undisabling your blink dagger is just so strong.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, I guess with all the other nerfs Tinker's gotten, it should remain.
Yeah, it's like part of the hero, I feel.
Yule Scepter, catch out. Little Dazzle, and now they look to turn this one as the duel comes through. Another winner for RMN. He's actually up to 44 damage. That's pretty damn big.
Yeah, he's doing well. It looks like Goomba want to try and turn around and go back for a fight here. They're going to be very careful. Necrol's on Iron Man. He does... I think he actually did end up dying to the Reaper, and that's a big, long cooldown on his respawn timer. And, well, the chase is on. They want more. They're not done just yet. Puck will blink on after, and one more right click will be needed. Nope, the earned damage is enough. No supplementary damage required after all.
HR starting to pull away with this game a little bit. They were once down a lot, but they've now reclaimed their original lead and then some, up by about 4k gold, 6k experience. That's the big one, and the Midases continue to just pile in the gold for this team.
Yeah, top 3 farmers all on that Radiant side, and some of them by a pretty solid margin, so you gotta start to worry if you're Goomba. They do have that ability to kind of slow down the pace of the game and just defend high ground with Tinker, but there's still... The catch potential's there. Puck went for the Yule Scepter, which is great against the Blink Tinker.
They're going to try to jump mid. No, he's too quick on the jump out. Yeah, it's still not the best lineup to actually catch a Tinker split pushing. Puck is pretty decent. I would say Fark is pretty bad. And you don't have like a Bat, a Clockwork, maybe a Nyx is kind of your next tier of gankers, but... Yeah, they don't really have like the ideal heroes to punish a Tinker split push. Or Void. Void's really good as well. So he still will have a decent time of it, but you do wonder if he's going to bring it up to the table later on. What's your build this game? Dagon E-Blade? Shivas, Hex?
I don't know about E-Blade this game. This like Puck can dodge it, Slack can Dark Pact it. I think yeah, like a Shivas, Hex. Dagon can come later, I guess. I don't feel like it's an item you have to rush over. I think it's still pretty good to get it fast.
Let's see, is he buying anything yet? Nope.
Doesn't look like it. He's piling up a
pretty
big goal.
poor Tinker.
Yeah. All things considered, he's not having...
he started this game 3-1-7. He's now 3-3-7. So, this... And look at his CS. 83 CS. The enemy Puck has like 33 more than him. When's the last time you've seen that for a Tinker?
Yeah, well, I guess...
Not in this...
6.82, maybe.
Yeah, 6.82, yeah.
6.1, never.
I think part of it is how Goomba chose to skill him and just play him. They did not devote supports to stacking the jungle. He did not go to Stacker Farmer's jungle. You could just give the lane to one of the supports. I guess Earthshakers doesn't use the experience and gold quite as well as some, but instead they just chose to keep him mid and constantly harass the Puck. And this is, of course, the other side of that coin.
Down towards the bottom lane they go. Iron Man's going to be very careful. If they can cancel his Blink Dagger, he's in trouble. That Yule Scepter, there we go. That'll do it.
Uh-oh. Whoa, mama. No chance to duel and give away some damage to the enemy team.
They hold the Reaper's Scythe. I think they could have gone for the Reaper kill, but decide maybe not worth it. Outbeam on mid lane. He gets blown up. That's the Aegis to start things off. Can they get him a second time? The Totem's there waiting, and you betcha they can. Perfectly timed Totem, EDE.
Oh
not easy to do.
That was pretty funny. He just exploded. They're jumping in now. Coil gonna come through. And they'll follow this up with a Reaper Sight. This time, though, it does not extend the Tinker's Death Timer. Didn't catch him quite in the nick of time. But still forcing him off the map, and now they'll need to retreat out as the rather hardy defense is mounted here by Goomba.
Yeah, Puck as well. Slack going down. This is going to become number 3 as well. What are you doing, Dazzle? Don't turn around. That's a jewel. Oh, plus 58 damage now. Piled up for Legion Commander.
I feel like he could just completely take over this game if they're not careful. That's a lot of plus damage, to be honest. 60 plus damage, mainly because of how they've itemized, right? Like, Necrophos has 1,000 HP. Slark has 1,200. Dazzle is going to have probably just 3 digits. And Puck is quite squishy. So, if he gets Blade Mail BKB, I think at that point anyone's a free solo kill for RMN. Unless those heroes get off their Yules when he tries to jump them with the duel.
Yeah. Wow. Solid all around. This is where, like, you've got the Tinker exists who's doing decently, but yeah, the Legion Commander needs to pull his weight, and well, we'll see where he can get. If he can get those items you're talking about up and running. But for now, he's picked up a Blade Mail, so that's the next little stepping stone towards those late game items, and he's level 11, so that level 2 Jewel is going to quickly add up, as he's already up to the 58 damage we've mentioned a few times. And for once, it seems Goomba are the ones looking to apply pressure now. They grouped up. They're going to actually go for a smoke here, as Tier 2 top tower is going to be where RMM wants to head.
Goomba playing a very slow and patient game, while it's HR who get aggressive. Alpha Ninja going to leap on in. He catches out one. He's going to look to catch out more with the coil here. Going for the double. Oh, no, maybe not. He didn't actually jaunt to that orb. And now the turn might come. Euroshaker leaping. He's got an echo in 1 second. Look for the dunk. Oh, not really the best. As the Grave comes out. And they don't even get any kills. The Necrophosal.
Oh, gosh.
That's a failure. Now Art's going to leap in. Complete airball from your
You've got to get at least this kill.
Oh, Slark, please. Getting body blocked like a boss by E2E. And then he leaps into the trees. He's Grave. Again, the second Grave of this fight is goddamn who pays. Art who's going to pay as well, it seems. And they
familiar!
Just eat away 4 full kills.
Now we're just sitting back at base wondering what went wrong there.
That was... What is this game, dude?
Legion was just chilling top lane.
They're up 9k gold and they just feed away. They just fed away like 4k gold.
Tier 2 tower maybe going to be coming at bottom as well as top lane. Who knows? Liquid Fire will bring down these buildings pretty fast. And that's at level 15 Jakiro suddenly. How did this happen?
Even with the slug and the Necro with Midas.
Well, Dread gets a kill and then pays for it with his life as Tinker shows up.
That's a team wipe. That is a confirmed 5-man.
I think Legion got kind of multicasted there, was expecting to be able to come out on top, but still.
Goomba caught out bottom, but...
Yeah.
Or Goomba. Player named Goomba. No, Chill, of course.
Goomba. It's like Turk Turkleton. Do you watch Scrubs?
Turkleton?
From Scrubs.
Never heard of him.
If you haven't watched the TV show Scrubs, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah, I have no taste, I guess.
It's maybe the opposite is true. I've seen far too much of that show for my own good.
I don't know. There's some... Everyone watches some crappy shows here and there. They just won't admit it, or they don't think they're crappy, but such is life.
So, well, the transformation of the net worth graph almost complete. Back to like a 3 to 4k gold lead for HellRaisers after an 8k one, so cut in half. They're still looking okay here, end of the day.
They want to go for this Roshan. It's actually just about to respawn. Unlucky timing.
They've got great vision around, though. They've got the ward on the directly above, the ward of the secret shop. Goomba getting in there undetected will be tricky.
Yeah, it's more if HR just don't realize that there's a Roshan stake and overextend here bottom lane, which might end up happening. Nice Yule Scepter on the Earthshakers. He tries to go in for some big slam dunk plays. That ain't going to happen. Now you're double coil.
That's the
setting up for Gorak, who gets off the heel. Nuke to start, following up onto the Jakiro. They need more stuns. They need more burst to bring this hero Jakiro down. Necrophosalt will end him, and now Art's also leaping in. It's Goomba being just slaughtered back towards their base. A double kill for Gorak. One of those, the one on the ult on the Jakiro wasn't Hagenim's ulti. There's no Jakiro for 80 seconds.
Is this
high ground?
Tinker's just respawned. That's the good news, but
it's very easy to catch. That's the other thing about Yule Scepter. Yule Scepter is really good against Tinker.
We've seen Yules be key this game. We're going to see a blink in. This is the Earthshaker they want first. This could help with the high ground. See, Puck goes blinking in afterwards, and there's a Yules. They've caught the Tinker, but the follow-up is not there. The Fissure blocking off anyone else to come up with this. And all right,
they have some gold to spend.
The heals is still there.
5,000 gold on the
they caught Tinker again.
They don't even need the gold, apparently. Gorak's just doing it without it. Well, we'll find out soon enough. He's still trying to fight it out. Another heal comes through. Gasha unable to finish the job. It's Arts who collects a double kill. 4 heroes dead. Goomba.
You got to buy back Tinker. It's all over.
They're just losing all their steam now. They'll buy back on the Tinker. And Arts goes in. Not sure if he should be doing this. He has a grave. The heals are here. And Exist will end up going down. That's a die. Oh, no, it's the Visage who ended up buying back. And oh, the Tinker
did too.
Double dieback potentially incoming if Gasha goes down. That's going to be another 5 heroes down. And you can just, let's buy back again. Why the hell not? The first few worked, so
let's go. 1v5, boys. Or 1v3. Let's go blinking in.
Double dieback.
That is just catastrophic.
Almost.
The Legion almost had to buy back because he died to the Reaper, which meant he had like an 80-second respawn time.
I mean, it's not quite GG, but it's really damn close with that. That graph is now probably up to, what is it, like 13,000? Something like that. Just disgustingly far ahead now.
Familiars have been kind of split pushing towards the top lane, but... yeah, Paul's going to come out. Well, Goomba in trouble. A lot of trouble.
That's an understatement. But it's certainly a correct statement.
It's back to that big gold lead going HellRaisers way. They kind of stumbled a little bit, but they're back in control.
Well, Goomba are 2-0. So even if they lose this game, they'll still be 2-1. They'll still be in decent shape.
They still got to verse so many top teams as the big worry.
They've played most of the lesser-known teams. NIP and Mind Sanity, maybe.
Okay.
I think it was.
Well.
I mean, I feel like all the teams in Europe are fairly competitive. We don't have any complete duds as of yet, but we'll find out, I guess, soon if that is indeed the case.
Yeah. This Dazzle looks pretty sick.
Which set?
I don't know. Just like more like the freeze frame, the mid TP shot. With this little, I don't know. Ready to go. All right. So no more diebacks, Goomba, or you're out of this.
Yeah, we'll see if they can turn this one around from here. That's not going to be that's no small task at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically went on tilt mode. Just kept on buying back, dying repeatedly.
There's just so much money to be spent. The Basher gets bought, the Necro has 5.5k.
It was a triple buyback and a double dieback. And all the other heroes died at least once, so.
Ogre's 900 from an Ag Scepter. Everyone is just raking the money. Even that Dazzle has almost got an Ag Scepter. Well, no, he's 1900 away, but like, considering we're 31 man in and this is a hard support Dazzle. I
mean, it's a Tinker going Dagon, and that doesn't really work that well for you when these heroes have so much HP.
Yep.
Going for this Dagon, assassination build, Dazzle is 1400 health, Ogre has 1800 health, Puck is 1400, your Necrophos is 1500, and the Slark is sitting at 1500. Who are you killing with this? You need to hit everything. You have to dual Tinker combo, either rotate his combo twice or follow it up with a Soul Assumption Fissure. It's just a lot to ask.
Well, are we going to see another brute force here towards the bottom lane? Looks like Gorek is going to lead the way. Bring down this Familiar. He's going to be so careful with the micro. And when these pop back up, you have a Shadow Wave waiting for it.
Arman wants to go. It's go time, baby. He's got Blade Mail activated. He goes in for the duel into Gorge, but the Yules. Fun ends here, folks. They have a BKB on Necrophos. Is he going to pop it? He will. Turns on Arman. No, actually, ults the Earthshaker. Well, that was easy enough. Now looking for Arman. They'll get the kill there. Dread is just clubbing fools. He gets the second one. That's 4 dead. It might well be 5. Let's see if Arts can complete the team wipe. I think if he gets this last kill, they may just GG out. They have the ult on the Slark. He can run in hard and fast. And
blink up on Jakiro, so he should be in the clear, but...
Still, that's another...
They're picking the high ground. They know where the ward is. I think Earthshaker bought a gem before that fight and just immediately lost it as well, so...
It's even worse than what the graph shows, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know, does it count gems as net worth? I can't remember.
Yes, it does. As far as I know. And there we go. They do catch him in the end. These Yule Scepters have just been working wonders. Yule's gaming.
That's another team wipe, and Goomba are just taking a pounding at this point. These guys are gluttons for punishment. They're just getting punched in the gut, smacked in the face, having their lunch taken away from them. Getting a wedgie at lunch,
Maybe they're just masochistic, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. They're taking all kinds of abuse. If you can persevere through this and still fight on, then more power. More power. But it's painful.
First laner racks down. You have got the Tinker, so you don't give up, but you're so far behind now. Suddenly it's almost like a 20k net worth lead.
What's Tinker really going to do this game,
Yeah, it's
they have to just
underwhelming.
start feeding.
And Necrophos, he's got another 5k gold after buying the BKB. I think most of the Ag Scepter is complete on Dread. Dazzle is going to be getting close-ish.
And if Gorek goes for like some tank item here, like a heart or even an eggs would be fine, he's just going to be unkillable, I would say. Especially with the Grave. Which, by the way, has been really impressive. The Dazzle, goddamn, it's just never gotten caught this game.
That Necro save was big. Tinker's trying to TP onto the Familiars to contest Roshan, but the Familiar dies and then, well, you're not contesting Roshan anymore.
And they're looking in a bit farther. The Puck's on the hunt. Has a Hex already up. on ED. I guess it is a longer game. Just these pauses have kind of thrown me for a loop as far as the overall time elapsed. But it is 34 minutes in now.
That's his fishing around as the little fish man, and not going to find too much. So it looks like just straight down the middle lane will be the plan. Hard to kind of brute force into the Tinker. They'd rather try and get some jumps and jump. RMN, he'll jump out of there.
Close one. What's this? Oh, Bloodstone? Well, if you wanted it, you could have bought it.
For the Necro.
Refresher.
I think Lincoln's.
Double ulti.
I think Lincoln's is maybe. Oh, no, it's Refresher. Okay. Double ulti. All right.
Oh, is it actually?
Yeah, he just bought it. Bought the full Refresher.
Wow.
I don't know how serious of an item this is, but hey, why not? I think there's better items in general.
I guess with the Refresher, I don't know what the exact math is, but you can probably kill them from like 2/3 health or more.
Yeah. I think ideally you want to take 2 heroes out of a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's for sure.
That last fight did the grave, and then the saddest heal after he got the kill on the Earthshaker just brought him back up to full so fast.
The good thing about Refresher is you actually do have the mana to support it if you get the kills.
Yes.
Because then you get the ridiculous sadist 10x bonus regen.
Yeah. That needs to come into play here, and we'll see who's going to lead the jump here. And so far the plan's just been dive into the enemy base. Even if you're diving in blind, look for like a Yule Scepter to start off the fight and then go from there.
Smoke for Goomba.
Oh, it's the Legion looking for a flank, but who's he actually planning on jumping here? He's got no BKB.
Again, like, just look at their HP pools. If anyone dies, it's going to take a full commitment.
We've got to get the Dazzle, I think.
Try for it. They're going to go right onto Goddamn. That's a good way to start this fight, but he's just not even taking damage. Finally, the Tinker shows up. RMN may just die for this. They do manage to take down a counter kill. The Earthshaker falling. Now Appa Ninja lurching in again. He'll just auto-attack down the enemy Legion commander. Dread going to smoke, dodge, try to retreat out, but unable to successfully escape. And now come the deletions.
Yeah.
As Appa Ninja makes, and Gorek
double deletion.
They look to make a few revisions to the Goomba lineup. You're going to play 3v5 from now on.
Yikes.
For the next 80 seconds.
Oh, man.
And we're taking your round. Your second.
Well, it's been
brutal.
Nice knowing you, Goomba.
Absolutely brutal.
There seems to be a ridiculous amount of Yules in this game. I'm sorry. Like, every, 3 seconds
count them
or
up
so.
now. 1, 2, 3.
I think it's 4?
3 Yules.
3 or 4. Okay. It just feels like a whole lot more.
It does, because they're just using them so damn well.
Yeah.
As they will Warcraft 3 surround these familiars. Crush them.
Puck barely surviving, but he's got the heals.
That's another team wipe. I mean, come on, dude. At some point, you just gotta GG out.
Here come the buybacks.
Oh my goodness. Goomba. Taking a pounding. They want that big dunk. They're gonna find it. They've still lost 2 full lanes of racks, but hell, they'll soldier on a bit longer. Dread, Arts, and Gorek just pounding in again to the Goomba front lines. The duel comes through, but that only cracks your Aegis. And now, round 2.
Oh, they got a
fair
deletion.
Fight, just a beatdown.
3 seconds. Necro's ready to go.
He's got some more edits. You, sir, are also removed from the world of Dota, and it'll be finally, at long last,
team wipe number 4.
At least.
Whew. All right, that was a very it was a kind of slow first 15 minutes of the game, but look at those dots and the goal graph as we advance.
1, 2. There's this one fight where they just got 8 kills and 2 towers.
The first 15 minutes had 5 or 6 kills, and then the game just exploded. It was nice. I enjoyed.
Definitely a fun one to cast.
All right, so Goomba, the Tinker pick just not working out, and yeah, I don't know.
That build is very all-in, I feel. You don't catch up on farm quickly.
Yeah.
You can't split push that quickly. You can't really take the jungle over so that your teammates can take the lane and just distribute the farm more evenly.
And they didn't really have
you're racking up kills, so you got a really fast BOTs.
Yeah.
Which he didn't. He got kills, but it was after the BOTs.
It was a pretty slow BOTs. They didn't have a proper backup carry. Legion Commander wasn't doing too well, so if you're going this rocket laser build, you need another actual core or carry, I think, to help you out. But
I would agree with that. Well, guys, it has been a long and grueling, 11-hour marathon, something like that?
Something like that.
We've enjoyed it. We hope you guys have as well.
Yeah.
If you missed any of the VODs, they'll all be available at youtube.com/BeyondTheSummit.tv. You could, of course, follow GoDz at BTSGoDz, myself at LDDota if you'd like, and, of course, at Beyond the Summit. We will have a lot more exciting announcements and news about the Summit 2 in the upcoming days and weeks. We're only about 2 weeks out from the LAN finals. I wish it was 2 months. We'd have a lot more
you
time
wish?
to prepare.
I want it to be tomorrow, LD. If we were ready.
If we were ready, I want it to be tomorrow. But since we're not, I want more time. But we don't have it, so we're going to be in crunch mode. You might not see us casting too much, guys, over the next week or so. That's because we're getting ready for the summit. But you'll see some familiar faces soon enough. We'll be back. Good night. We love you.
esportsbets.com, the service where gamers will bet real money on virtual events. Only here, the best odds and widest coverage of games from Dota 2 to Hearthstone. We have over 200,000 users registered. Join us. Prove that you are the best versed in esports. Who will get the first blood? Who will take the first Roshan? Who will win the knife round? Participate in the race of predictors and earn real money. The more bids, the more bonuses. Reward for your first